Elvira is caught in the middle of wanting to prove herself and beat Agnes, the finishing school teacher's first choice for performing in front of Prince Julian at his ball, and maintaining her grasp on idealistic fantasies that are a stark contrast to the harshness of her reality. Elvira's descent into the darkness of beauty ideals, cosmetic surgeries, and competition for male attention turns her into a mean girl, but one who is deeply sympathetic. We know how and why she comes to be a spiteful stepsister, and Blichfeld's ability to peel back the layers of Elvira's psyche as she runs headfirst into what she believes will lead to a happy ending is effective. The Ugly Stepsister thoroughly explores the effects of the beauty industry on people even all the way back to the 19th century and its promises of gaining happiness, acceptance, and status, and mocks them. By showing us the horror Elvira submits to, and even sometimes does to herself, the film reminds us how ridiculous and dangerous such ideals can be. The Norwegian film may be set within a familiar story, but even I felt like I was holding my breath throughout, waiting for what would happen next to Elvira and the consequences of the extreme actions that drove her to perform the ideals, and frankly the masochism, of beauty. To that end, The Ugly Stepsister finds its horrors in the grotesque. Scenes of a doctor sewing eyelashes into Elvira's eyelids, or even chopping off her toes to fit into Agnes' shoe, mirroring the darkness of the Grimm brothers' tale that is so often left out of the story, are genuinely gross and excruciating to watch. While I've certainly seen worse on screen, the film is quite gruesome and disturbing in its depiction of body horror. It's no wonder someone vomited during the film's Sundance premiere. Perhaps it's because some of these cosmetic behaviors are still exhibited today, though it's obviously to a less horrific and painful extent, that the horror becomes all the more chilling to watch. I empathized with Elvira but also grew to be frustrated with her actions. She's a victim of such unrealistic societal ideals but does her best to meet them regardless. It's a fascinating juxtaposition we have arguably all participated in. Lee Myron is perfect as Elvira. She's a sympathetic character and a frustrating one. Thea Sophie Lockneess looking shocked in The Ugly Stepsister. As the titular character, Myron delivers an extraordinary performance. At the start of the film, we witness Elvira's innocence. She's just happy to be in a new home with a new stepsister. She's happily taken with the prince from afar. As the film continues and she's often forced to partake in behaviors that promise to enhance and uplift her, Elvira sheds that innocence and begins to possess an inner ugliness she was told to shed aesthetically. Myron brings all of these conflicting feelings to the forefront, masterfully bringing us into Elvira's layered world. The supporting cast is equally excellent, and the film is also elevated by an outstanding production design, costumes, and cinematography that reflects the dreary, devastating situation Elvira finds herself in. All told, Blichfeld pulls out all the stops for this film, giving us a cinematic experience that is ripe with depth and concise commentary, all wrapped in a grisly fairy tale world that is as immersive as it is intense.